You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Philip Coleman, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Tonight on WVUA News at 6, signs of hope are coming to the Alberta community as local businesses are building back. And thanks to Habitat for Humanity, one family moved into their new home after it was destroyed during the April 27th tornado.
And find out what the Chinese have to do with higher gas prices here in the U.S. But first, another step forward in the recovery process for Alberta City. Much of that community, you may recall, was destroyed by the April 27th tornado.
One of the main banks that was damaged in that area is celebrating their grand reopening. WVUA reporter Jennifer Edwards explains what this means for that community.
It's a new beginning for one business in Alberta City, one of just a few to reopen since the April 27th tornado. Regions branch manager Jennifer Coleman says it hasn't been easy, but she's glad to be back.
It was such a struggle to go through what we went through, and we worked through some very tough conditions, but we were dedicated to being here for the people. So to have this new building and to be able to carry on what we've been doing before, it means a lot.
After the storm, the Regions on 26th Avenue transformed from a bank to an aid station in one of the hardest hit areas of Tuscaloosa.
Regions stuck it out through the good times and the bad times. And it shows a great commitment to the people of Alberta and who have stayed with them over the years too.
Regions employees are excited to be back, but according to City President Dan Blakely, it's the employees' relationship with Alberta City residents that makes today more meaningful.
Considering what they've been through and what this community's been through, it's just absolutely amazing, and I think has really led to an even stronger tie between the community and the people that work here at Regions Bank.
Blakely also says the branch is playing a big role in the rebuilding of Alberta City through loans and financial assistance.
We've got to make sure we do from the city's standpoint is that we follow their investment, and we plan to do so. Just north of me, we plan over $50 million worth of investments over the next 5 to 10 years.
Reporting in Alberta City, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And Region City President Dan Blakely also told WVUA the Alberta City branch employees have had the highest percentage of customer service over the past 10 months when compared to other branches in the 3 states that Region serves. Now, Alabama is bracing for another round of severe weather expected to come in tomorrow.
With more on that, we go now to Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott with a first look at Alabama's home team forecast.
Yeah, Lynn and Philip, watching things close here in the Weather Center about the threat for severe weather as we go into the day on Friday. Today we're fine, but here's a threat zone Friday, 3 p.m. to about 3 o'clock Saturday morning. Tornadoes going to be likely mainly north of Tuscaloosa, Interstate 2059. Some of these could be large, violent, long-track tornadoes down to the south of Interstate 2059. We're expecting certainly some tornadoes, damaging winds and some hailstones, and down to the south of that, South U.S. Highway 80. Still a few tornadoes are possible. The entire area is under risk of severe weather. Now that starts about 3 o'clock again tomorrow afternoon. Things are nice today. No issues out there. Our Tuscaloosa tower camera looking north, 74. Dew point is 62 right now. We are watching a couple of showers out on radar moving to West Alabama now. But what about more severe weather opportunities as we go into Friday night and Saturday morning, plus a nice weekend in your forecast? Home team weather is coming up, so stay with us.
Thanks a lot, Richard. Meanwhile, the Rosedale community is seeing some signs of storm recovery today. Habitat for Humanity dedicated a home to Miss Appy Jones this morning. The house is part of Nick's Kids 14 for 14. Jones wasn't home during the April 27th storm, but when she returned, her house was only a slab of cement. She says she's excited about being able to sit in her rocking chair on her front porch. The family says they're glad to know they'll be safe.
We're all thankful that we have a safe room to come to. This is going to be the main place, isn't it, Mama?
And to learn more about Habitat for Humanity, just go to our website, WVUATV.com. Look under numbers and links.
Now, in other news, if you've always dreamed of being in a movie, your time may have come, thanks to new incentives for production companies.
And WVUA's Daniel Sparkman joins us now with more. Hey there, Daniel.
Hey, Lynn and Philip right there behind me. You know, this is a look at where we do our productions every day. Hollywood producers are always looking for new locations to shoot movies and TV shows, and that could soon become a reality. Last year, several new TV series settled right here in the state, now that the state legislature is trying to draw more to Sweet Home Alabama. And Kathy Falk from the Alabama Film Office says that $4 million film is preparing to shoot up at the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. And another big budget movie is in the works to shoot scenes at an historic location in Birmingham. She wouldn't tell me where, but Falk says it will likely bring a lot of attention to our state.
Thanks a lot, Daniel. Well, with the amount of severe weather we have here in Alabama, the governor's emergency relief fund has been in use quite a bit lately, but thanks to former Alabama and Auburn athletic letterman, the fund is getting replenished. At last night's basketball game against Auburn, former letterman from both schools presented Governor Bentley with this $50,000 check. This is to help Alabamians who have unmet needs after powerful storms. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do that by check or credit card. Go to WVUATV.com for a link to that website, or you can call the Office of Faith-Based Initiatives for more information. That number, 877-273-5018. And still ahead for you here on WVUA News at 6, what China has to do with the high gas prices here in the U.S.
And coming up, home team weather, watching temperatures this afternoon, very mild, 74 in Tuscaloosa, 77 back at Jackson. About the rest of that forecast, a threat for severe weather outbreak on Friday. Full details are coming up.
And still to come, Gary Harris will let us know if the Holy Spirit girls basketball team is bringing a state championship back to Tuscaloosa. That's coming up in Alabama's Home Team Sports.